It is April 6, 2024. It's currently 12:57 p.m. And as you will see in the video documentation that I'm going to upload to the Compare the P.O.C. folder, you will see the light source that is remaining over the same venue. Remember yesterday at 1:17 p.m. as I stood in front of my building, 1806, the light source was right above my head. It is still here. You can also see that that's indicated by the light activity. And what you will pay attention to is that that is the same exact criminal conduct of crossing path. The entity has placed a sign on a plane. It's the same exact pattern of conduct. It's the same exact crossing of path, the same exact amplification of audible activity in the exact same specific environment. Where an entity is engaging in any activity where the sun is present for 11 hours in the day, you are in no way distracted or in any way confused. It is the same exact pattern of conduct, and that's called malice, okay? It is, again, 12:57 p.m. It's 12:58 p.m. right now, and I want to show you the light source, so give me 1 second. I just wanted to make sure I started the video at this time for purposes of this is impossible light. All right, and so you're seeing a plane that's dragging a sign as though that's supposed to be something different, and it's not. This is impossible light activity that's inside of my apartment. This is the pattern of the blinds. The light source is above the building, and in the same way, sunlight is not going to engage in coming up doing gymnastics underneath the covered structure outside of this window, and then coming in like a laser through what are closed blinds and appearing in the depths of my apartment, creating a shadow into the depths of my bedroom, creating that light activity, the pattern of the blinds that are inside of that bedroom that you saw, this light activity that is in this hallway right now. This is all magnification of light. This is impossible light. This is not an ordinary natural environment. And then you're going to look at what you're seeing as though it's supposed to be different. This is an entity that is highly malicious. This is what you are going to deal with as the federal government. You can imagine. You don't have to imagine because I'm showing it to you, and none of you are fools. I am revealing to you what are unprecedented levels of hypocrisy and malice. And the entity is engaging in the same exact pattern of conduct. Now, I want to be clear, the LAPD is monitoring. That is the state, the corrupt law enforcement agency that has been documented engaging in an ongoing obsessive pattern of stalking, and it has not taken a pause. It does not stop. And in the specific environment, it's not even reasonable to suggest that that's the case. But I want to be clear, this is the light activity. Yes, that was a minion that's flying a plane that has a sign on it, and it is no distinction from the pattern of conduct. And the light source, by the way, is above this building, just as you already know is the case, which you already know is not the natural environment. So in other words, what are you learning? Because I'm teaching while I'm prosecuting and exposing at the same time. You are learning that there is nothing that is going to in any way change the ongoing pattern of conduct. There is no exception. Where you have established and understood the venue, facilitating where you have established the venue, legally speaking, there is nothing that the entity is going to do that's going to change that or make some sort of exception. Understand, it doesn't exist. There is no exception. When you are witnessing the supernatural, everything that's occurring, everything you hear, everything you see is with a specific, it's for a specific purpose, a criminal purpose, but it is before your eyes also for that purpose. And remember, the entity knows that it's being exposed at this point. Anything and everything that you're seeing is serving a criminal purpose to also obstruct justice. But this is surrounding an entity that is fully revealed with regard to the operation of their system and what they're doing and how they do it. So you'll have that's how you're getting to what is the ongoing analysis, a psychopath. A psychopath that's surrounded by evidence, irrefutable, insurmountable, still engaging in that ongoing obsessive endeavor, wanting to, failing, but wanting to by any means. It is impossible. You will under no circumstances ever be engaged in anything but the pattern of conduct where the venue is established. The sun is present, rising and setting into the same apartment, ladies and gentlemen. There will never be anything that they are doing that is anything outside of the pattern of conduct. Period. And the body of evidence has shown a highly malicious and corrupt public entity that has persisted to that end. And it's been my obligation and my joy to show you what are psychopaths, violent sex offenders, obsessed stalkers, engaging in criminal surveillance, where, by the way, the pattern of conduct is ceaselessly underway. Nothing about the environment changed. Nothing about the behavioral pattern changed. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You are maintaining fidelity to the same precise formula that I've told you. So 12:57 p.m., just give me 1 second because I want the camera to run because I want to use the specific times stamp because I want you to see the light source at 12:57, and this is in reference to 12:57 p.m. on April 6, 2022. That's going to be something different. So I want to make sure that you understand what you just saw as I am in my living room. Remember everything that's occurring. I'm in operation of my communication device. All right, and the previous video that I captured today, when I was in my bedroom, possible light, using the timestamp as an ongoing example, and you saw a third-party group stalker in operation of the vehicle, and you saw another one that was walking away from their vehicle. Those were, first of all, those are demons. The light activity is letting you know that they are obsessively stalking. That's what you gather from the light activity. They know exactly what I'm doing, anticipating use of my communication, like every single step, literally. As I pull my pants down, as I pull my panties down, as I bend over to sit down on the toilet, and I'm being this graphic because you need to understand the level of sexual violence, the level of an obsessed stalking entity. This is the condition of those that are in the position of government that have access to helicopters and they're stalking an American citizen. To go to that level of what is outrageous conduct, all right, that's going beyond the ordinary tortious language, by the way, but just based on the ordinary tortious language that you would describe such conduct, they're literally engaging in surveillance using a helicopter, and that is the real-time knowledge that they maintain, okay? And so they're in anticipation, they are crossing path while 1 minion is crossing path under the light source. The sun is here for 11 hours in the day. You already know this, but I'm just reminding you about the facts, and I want you to understand on an ongoing basis that same lack of coincidence in the specific environment. They're present outside of that window, walking and driving a car. They're monitoring. In the same way, I came to the window in operation of my communication device. You have what was not coincidental, crossing path. You have a plane, which is the means of crossing path and amplified audible activity, and all it was a sign attached to it. That it's the same exact pattern of conduct, and it was the same ongoing knowledge of what I'm doing as I'm doing it. It's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence in the specific environment, by the way. All right, and then when you're looking at the light activity that's inside of the apartment, none of this is naturally occurring ever. The sun is still present over this property, which I'm going to let you see because I've already established the POC, but this is, again, showing you what is the ongoing consistency and juxtaposing that with what I was doing on the same day 2 years ago at the same time. All right, and then the entity is supposed to be some sort of distinction because there's a sign attached to that plane, and it's not. And by the way, only an ignoramus would fall for that. You're not. The entity is in every way assuming that you're going to disregard evidence, assuming that you're going to somehow be distracted, like you're some baboon that's going to, oh, look over there. That's literally what the entity is relying on. Okay, and it defies logic, and that's the delusional psychopath. First of all, this is light activity that is impossible. Okay, at 12:57 p.m., which is the time that I'm starting this video, which you already know what is going on. You already know that this is the pattern of conduct underway. The entity is stalking in a specific environment, which is entirely unnatural. And it's telling on every single last person it's going to be massive federal prosecution of the people of the state. Everybody that lives at Alvarado Gardens is going to federal prison. The entity is engaging in what is the placement of a light source over me while I'm on Route 61 going to Fontana, California. And I am literally on Route 61 going eastbound on Juniper